This video is for those who have agreed to be a Monarch messenger, supporting those that are detained by ICE at the Lynn County Jail. I want to note that this video provides high-level guidance of our practices in case management, but please note, as time evolves, we continue to improve our process. The most current information you will find is at the top of the database. If additional information is needed, you can also find that in the Monarch Messengers Toolkit. Now, let's get to the database. This is our source of truth. All information that we share and capture is stored here. This allows for people that are supporting the same person and for cross-team functions to be able to access information easily and efficiently. It also allows us to ensure a continuation of support in case a volunteer is traveling, sick, or just doesn't have the capacity to support someone. We can ensure that we're still on top of whatever the services were being provided were, and they continue. With that, let's look at what all is included. So as you know from the first video, when you are assigned someone, there is a code name. So you will see that on this document, there is a code for each person. The next columns are their last and first name, and then the next column is assigned to. At this time, if you come into the sheet and you see someone's added and they're not assigned to anyone, you can voluntarily assign yourself, or admin may elevate this in the group chat. You can volunteer to take folks that way as well. Then the next category is detained. This is a date that they were detained. It may or may not be filled out. You can add it. If it's not, admin can also do this. Change in location is the next column, and what the options are include released on bond, released, that means that they were just let go, deported, moved, or unknown. So if they're moved into deportation, you would select that even though they're going to move to another location. It's temporary. If they've just left the location but you're not sure where, select unknown. Moved means when they're moved to a different facility, not as part of the deportation process, but moved as they continue working through their ICE case. The next line is the next column is the rapid response message sent. So as you heard in our first video, we're prioritizing rapid response, and so we want to document that that message was sent. We like those to go out within 24 to 48 hours of the person being detained. And then in the next column, you can put your first contact. When was that message sent? It may be a day after you request the add the person because of how long it takes to approve new contacts. It just depends. The next three columns are personal identifying information. They include the A number and the country of origin, which are necessary to look up the court case information, to look up in the ICE locator. It's important that we have this information if they need our support. The date of birth, you can add. The easiest way I find to add this information is if you go to the dashboard in NCIC and click schedule video visit and you type the person's name, the date of birth is right there. That's the fastest way I've found, but there's other alternatives too. If we get to a good place, admin will be filling in some of that information. Court date, you can update if you have it, or we can also support with that, as well as court status. Court status is for what you find in the EOIR, which is the Automated Case Information System. So it's typically going to say one of two things: order of removal or pending case. Next is funds for calling requested. You could put yes if that is needed, and we have a person locally who goes to the jail to add funds to people's accounts for calling. It's difficult and kind of a nuanced process to do that, and we found this to be the most efficient way. We allow up to $5 twice a month so that they have at least enough money to call a lawyer or a family member as needed. Next is clothing and shoe sizes. This information is necessary for anyone who is at risk for being deported. Those that have requested deportation are moving very, very fast, so getting this information as quickly as possible is important. We ask for both their shirt pant size as well as their shoe size, and then we will include with that socks and underwear and a phone charger. The next column is backpack request, and that's where you'll put preparing for bag. You're still gathering information. Once you have all the information required to request a backpack, then you can select backpack needed. And admin will change it to admin sent request once that information has been sent to Packs for Friends. The next column is for Packs for Friends to fill out, and that is where they will update if they are still gathering items for the backpack or if the backpack's been delivered. Lastly, the next few columns are just for case management notes. I just encourage you to include a date and your name or initials. This process is still being streamlined, so however it works best for you is fine. There is a place to put a point of contact and their information if you have a family member that you're connected with, and additional comments as well. I will wrap this video up with just the reminder that this is very heavy work, and I encourage you to take care of yourselves, to honor your capacity, to ask for help if you get overwhelmed or if you feel like you've committed to more than you can manage. It's okay. We're here to support you, and this journey is not easy. And also know that some folks will be asking and responding to you frequently. And if that becomes more of a case management and you're a rapid responder situation, you can let me know and we will help find someone that can support that person in the ways that they need supported. Right now, we are still trying to find more support for rapid responders and case managers. So we are really focusing on that rapid response, making sure that we're getting that initial information out and assuring folks that we are doing what we can as volunteers and to the best of our abilities. I know this is not easy, and I just want to thank you all on behalf of those that we are supporting and working with for your dedication, your time, and the ways that you are truly making an impact. If you have questions or aren't sure about something, you can use the Monarch Messengers group chat or reach out to one of the other volunteers to help as you onboard and get familiar with this process. As with everything, if there's something that you feel could be improved, please let us know. We want to make this as easy to use and as efficient to use for everyone. We also are very aware of confidentiality, so we ask that this information in this database and the database itself is not shared with anyone. This is very important. There is personal identifying information here, and once a person is moved or deported, their information is hidden from the database. Thank you again for being part of the Monarch Messengers team.